Hey everyone, it is Steve Garvin and Irma Goosen. And I am excited to be meeting with Irma today because this Heart Notes anthology has just been such a cool experience, and I've loved meeting with each of the contributors. Irma is not only a contributor, she is also the editor of this book. So I suspect that Irma probably has a better appreciation for each one of the letters. Not that I love all the letters, but Irma has probably read each of the letters multiple times.
Yes, I have, Steve, and it's so great to be here and to talk about the book and just to have my only spot with you and nobody else, because that's the way we like it. But yes, it was my first foray into official editing after I had done a certification course last year. And the reason I did the certification course in editing was because I wanted to know what my editor looked at when she edited my books. I wanted to understand, why did she do some of the things that she's done? I thought I was really, really dumb. But you know what? To write is a skill that anyone can learn. To tell stories, everyone can tell a story. And that is how she explained to me, is that with time and the more we write and the more we put our thoughts onto computer or paper or whatever we use, it gets better and better and better. But the other thing she suggested as well was to do the editing course. So I listened to her, and it's Darcy Nybo. If anyone knew her, she is fantastic. And then the other thing she said was, try and do a writing course and just see what is it that is involved when you write. And you know, some of these courses you can get for free at your local libraries, just to make you understand more, what is it that writing is about. And then, of course, for those of you who don't want to figure it out, hire me. I can do it for you.
And Irma does a fabulous job. So
it was fun. It was fun formatting and editing. And, you know, Steve, I read every letter multiple times. You were correct. And went through them again and again to make sure that we can have as minimum as possible little flaws. So if any one of you readers, you see a little flaw in the book, it was meant to be like that. But that being said, yes, I got an insight into the hearts of all our authors. I managed to understand them more. And it was an honor to read all the letters. It was an honor to be trusted so much to be able to edit those letters so that we could have the best possible product that you could now share with people all over the world.
Yes, that is so cool. And we are seeing this book being shared all over the world. I don't know how many time zones I've been in today with people on these spotlights, but I know I've been in Nigeria. I know I've been on the West Coast and the East Coast and up in Canada. And
hello, Canada. We just had so much snow the last few days, and now we have sunshine here in Alberta, so it's pretty neat. Beautiful. But Steve, I need to tell you, I have to tell you that because of the movie that kickstarted this book of ours, I am so grateful that we could watch that movie and that you share it with us. And you probably mentioned it before. It's Collateral Beauty with Will Smith. And it's a really thought-provoking book. And that was what did it for us. And I managed to write 3 letters. So the one was to money. The other one was to procrastination. And then the third one was to my guardian angel. And I must admit, every time I procrastinate a little bit too much, since we're still deep in the heart of winter here, I get that little niggling in my head. You know, we have the white one, the red one, all of us. And the white one goes, you should write. And so, yes, it's been a fun project, a very thought-provoking project. And thank you for the opportunity to be part of it. And I'm looking forward to editing our next volume.
Yes. So tell me about your relationship. Which one of those 3 letters was the hardest one to write?
Oh, definitely money. I think many of us go through this relationship with money where we see money as the one who gets you into trouble. We see money as a lack. You know, if you don't have money to buy your big TV, you see it as a lack. Oh, I don't have money to be able to do that. But in the end, that's not what it's about. It's about the energy we project. Oh, and my puppy is going to cry. And it's the energy we project towards ourselves and what we give off and how we believe. If we don't change our belief system, if we don't change the paradigms that we've been living up to now, we cannot change the way we look at anything in life. And it's not just money. You know, it's so easy to be in traffic and to get upset when someone cuts you off, but it's a choice. Just as it is a choice to look at money as that energy that I am going to be able to use to help others. And at the end of the day, it's service-based. If we do not do things from our hearts, if we do not treat other people with the same respect and love we should treat ourselves, then things will be tough. You will feel grumpy. You will feel disgruntled. You will blame everyone else for your situation or whatever the case might be, instead of just saying, you know, I'm going to change the way I think. It's my choice to react different. It's my choice to think different. It's my choice to meditate. It's my choice to write in this beautiful Heart Notes anthology. It's my choice to waste money and have no respect for that which is so abundant in our lives. I mean, think about it. We have roofs over our heads. Many of us, you know, we have food in our bellies. We have clothes that we wear. And if you look at the current situation in Ukraine, no one expected that, not the Ukrainians. Look at what they're going through. You know, there's more to life than being disgruntled. And our hearts, we need to open our hearts. It's got to be cracked open like a walnut. You know, it's a tough nut to crack, but crack it open and have compassion for everyone around you. You see someone who swerves in front of you, then it's well, thank you for the opportunity to not flip him off, or thank you for the opportunity to be alert. And at the end of the day, I think that is what is important, is, again, it comes back to choices. How do I choose to live my life?
Absolutely. I'm curious, from one of the things you said is, having read each of these heart notes multiple times, how has that impacted the compassion you have both for others, but perhaps especially for yourself?
Oh, totally. I must say, during the editing process of this book, it was almost a physical shift I felt within my body. It's this, it felt physical, but it is mental, it's emotionally. I realized that we all have our own journeys, and being able to be a part of this journey, Steve, you and Olivia, you're my tribe. We're doing these summits together. We are working on so many projects, and just to be able to have Mila help us when we had to put the book on Amazon, and for Mila to be there with her advice as well. I have met people that I know going forward, and having read their letters, will mean a lot to me in my life. They will have an impact. I know that. I feel that. And we are collaborating, a few of us already, because of the opportunity this anthology gave us and the summits gave us to do so. We are not alone. We are not alone. There's always someone who is there to help us. We just need to ask.
Yes. One of the things that I find really exciting about this work is, it's not just our heart that we're writing to. It's not just our heart that is expressing, but that each of us connect through our heart song, our heart note, the heartbeat of our lives.
Absolutely. It reminds me of bowling. So you're there in the bowling hall, and you have your ball, and your fingers are stuffed in the big ball, and you look around you and you're thinking, I got this. And you roll your ball and you hit those pins. And that crack, when everything just dissipates and it's wide open and with so many opportunities to get those pins back, that is what this book is about, is the possibilities to reach others are endless, because this book could save lives. And I believe that.
Yes. Save lives, change lives.
Yes.
Yes. What is possible?
Yes.
In speaking with some of the presenters or the contributors today, I heard about people who, like Olivia and myself, that dreamed of having a book of our own published. That I've talked to people who, saw themselves differently until they wrote their heart notes. My relationship with the first heart note that was written for this book, because I was one that came up with the idea, and I started writing the heart notes before I ever invited anybody else to do it, was to money. And my relationship with money has changed ever since writing that heart note. That in the heart note, I talk about how I felt money was like a bad parent, and someone that I didn't want anything to do with. And I realized through writing that heart note that it wasn't money that was the problem. It was just money was, ironically, this book was inspired by collateral beauty. I think of money and the stuff that showed up in my life, that money was the collateral damage of all the stuff that was going on in my life. It was not the source of the problem. It was just kind of an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
And it's my relationship with money. You know, and honestly, it's a reflection of me. It's not, money is an idea that we hold collectively together as a society.
Yeah. It's a form of, it's an energy exchange. You know, in hundreds of years ago, they had energy exchange as well, but with goods, with fruits and vegetables and meats and pelts and whatever else. And it's just another form of exchanging energy to get something. And we are so consumed by consumerism that sometimes we forget the big picture, that money is there to make us comfortable, to make us feel safe, but it's also an opportunity to help others.
Mm.
And to me, that is very, very important. And that is why I'm working with the youth, because it gives me the opportunity to be a small portion or small part of our future leaders' education. And a book like this, when their parents would read it, and maybe young people would read it, hopefully, it is something that could change the way they view the world.
Absolutely.
As they see it at the moment.
Yeah, the more we open up our hearts rather than closing them off, the more abundance, the more love, the more joy, the more
Yes,
happiness we'll experience in this life.
absolutely. Yes.
So we encourage you to pick up your copy of Heart Notes, an anthology of inspiring letters to matters of the heart. And, you know, we hope that when this book enters your hands and your heart, that it creates an incredible experience where your heart is touched and transformed in a beautiful way.
And I have 20 copies coming my way. So anyone here in Canada, you want a copy, you let me know and I will get one to you.
Excellent. All right. It's wonderful that we're kind of creating a little sea of heart notebooks out there.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. And may your heart be enriched.
Thank you, Steve, and you as well.
Thank you.